We are back in Deep Space Nine. What a season it's been so far. We've had 8 episodes, and they've been almost all great.
Yeah, especially after Necessary Evil. The show has really settled into, oh yeah, we're going that far, we're going that deep. And I doubt every level is going to have that much of emotional character depth. But people seem to like this show, and they're still watching us watch it, so I'm guessing we're going to hit some more of those deep places, and I can't wait for it.
Absolutely. Let's get real deep here. Let's get nice and deep. Real deep.
Just say it. Balls deep. Right.
Personal log.
Okay.
Enterprise is there?
No, I think it's, remember that one ship I liked that was like the Upside Down Enterprise?
Yesterday was the 4th anniversary of the massacre at Wolf 359. The 4th anniversary of Jennifer's death.
R.I.P.
Oh! He's back.
What are you doing up?
Dad, my balls dropped.
Dad, I love you.
I love you too.
Dad. I miss her.
Me too.
That was good.
Beautiful, aren't they? I don't think I've seen the stars shine so brightly.
Peep the ears.
I'm Benjamin Sisko, commander of this station.
I'm Finna.
Why don't I show you around the station, if you have the time?
Oh, she's Batman.
I thought Cisco was finna get laid.
Cisco finna get his nut.
Admit it, Chief. If you were on a station where everything worked, you'd be miserable.
But I'd be willing to give it a try.
How come you're drinking Geralton tea?
Ah! Jump scare.
You can drink whatever you like.
Well, thank you, Major. I appreciate your support.
Alex Singer.
Haven't seen that name in a bit.
You must be Commander Sisko. Gideon Sayatek. Great pleasure to meet you, sir. I can see we're going to get along famously.
Was it that funny?
I never fail. Well, I did once, so I swore never to do it again, and I never break my word.
Ah ha ha ha!
Giving birth to a star. Even I would have a hard time topping that one.
What could go wrong?
I have to meet with Chief O'Brien. We are boosting the maximum speed of Sayatek's ship to warp 9.5.
Well, they didn't hear about that speed limit.
What did I tell you?
You literally said you would bet everything the very next episode, even though this is a different show, but that's close enough.
Close enough.
Gotta give you your flowers on that one.
Well, it just said they're going to boost the speed up to it. They didn't say they were actually going to do it. Go fuck yourself.
Tell me all about yourself.
I can't.
Can't what?
I can't tell you. I'm sorry, Benjamin, but I have to go.
Finna, wait.
Notice your ears have like 2 points up here. So.
Also kind of odd that he's like mourning about his wife in the opening scene, but I guess he could be using it as a distraction.
Maybe.
It was pretty disgusting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I must have been thinking about something else.
Look, I just want you to know that if you're in love, it's all right with me.
But I don't need your fucking permission.
She keeps disappearing.
Even Jake's like, all right.
All right, I'm done with this conversation.
Really have no intention of telling me, do you? Come on, Benjamin. I saw you with her last night on the promenade. What's her name?
Okay, so other people can see her.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that as well. Is she a ghost? Or something only he can see?
You used to tell Curzon everything. It's because I'm a woman now, isn't it?
Don't be ridiculous.
No, it's because after Vrad, you were a fucking dick.
And of course, it doesn't hurt to be a raging egomaniac.
Oh my god. Oh, he's the higher up that everyone feels the need to laugh at.
Art should be an affirmation of life. For example, take my own work in the field. Doctor, nobody ever accused me of understatement.
Certainly not anyone who's ever read your autobiography.
My God.
Every dish was prepared entirely by Nadel's own sweet hands.
I can't wait to meet her.
It's gonna be Fenna, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you think he'd notice if we weren't here when he got back?
Now we have something to talk about.
Oh yeah, because she saw her too. Wow, so she's really just gonna no-sell them. Unless it's a twin.
I can't eat another bite.
That was delicious. Do you think I could have the recipe?
I mean, it's called Second Sight, so...
Well, it took me years to perfect it. The secret, you see, is to sear the kalo root slightly.
Yeah, she doesn't like him.
Yeah, she's fucking sick of this guy.
What, are you gonna confront her?
It would have been a lot easier if you told me you were married.
I don't understand.
Maybe you have to talk to her when her husband isn't around.
Dax, she's a married woman.
That would have never stopped Curzon.
Oh.
With the exception of Professor Sayatic, no one has left the Prometheus during the entire time it's been at the station.
Could this really happen?
A woman. On the promenade. But yet, according to the logs, she's never left.
It could be that she snuck out. But then how do you explain Odo saying no one has left the Prometheus?
Don't forget.
The holosuites are always open.
Hey.
It's probably dirt sheet reporters. Commander Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine found a sexual holosuite.
I missed you.
I just had dinner with someone who looks exactly like you.
Do you wear that dress every day? To be fair, they wear their uniform every day, so...
Yeah, true. My theory is that it's Odo fucking with Sisko.
Oh, no, that'd be great.
I don't suppose you have a twin sister, do you?
Not that I know of.
There you go. Distract him with sex.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin.
Oh. Maybe it's when Nadel goes to sleep. Kind of like how Jake was talking about dreaming at the beginning of the episode. It could be like a manifestation of her dream.
Maybe, yeah.
But you'd think that she'd remember some of it. I mean, obviously she knew who Finna was when he brought her up.
Do you really think this is a good idea?
I need answers, Dax. And the key to Finna's disappearance may be on that ship.
I don't know what disappearance you're talking about. I wasn't in that scene, but all right.
Maybe a little time has passed and he told her. Whatever.
8 months have passed since her disappearance.
Into the shuttle pod.
There we go. Did we get another bridge here?
Oh, yeah.
So is it really only their uniforms on the station that are different?
Yeah, maybe it's different between crew members on ships versus stations, maybe.
I promised to show her the galaxy. I would have given it to her if I could have.
I said I'd show her the galaxy. So I have her cook me and my friend's dinner, and that's it.
She doesn't even get to leave the ship.
Benjamin, I'm so glad to see you.
Dax, report to my quarters immediately.
I'm not reading any cellular structure, just pure energy.
Help her, she won't wake up.
Oh?
I think you called it.
Benjamin, she's dying.
But you've got to do something.
I don't know that I can.
I'm not the ship's doctor.
Fenna, I should have known.
Oh, okay. He's in on it.
The second personality my wife made up to try to avoid me.
But you can't be here. Adele promised me you'd never come back.
I don't know what you're talking about. She looks like me.
Of course she looks like you. She is you. The real you. Is an illusion created by my wife's unconscious mind.
That's a pretty good split shot.
Yeah.
But she's dying. You've got to do something.
There's nothing I can do.
You could call the doctor.
Adele doesn't even know this is happening. I tend to evoke strong emotions from people, particularly my wives. A few years of togetherness soon cure them of that.
Oof.
Wonder why.
Alanan's mate for life. She can never leave me, no matter how much she might want to.
She was willing to die with her fantasy to get away from this guy.
I mean, what does that even mean, mate for life? Like, what happens if they break up? Does she die?
I think it's just a cultural thing.
But, like...
Similar to Timothy species is just what they do.
But he's not Halanan. So it's like he could leave her.
No!
What we have is a dream. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
You could at least bang.
I'm sure energy can still
A
hold.
few hours. It's plenty of time.
Yeah.
He's opening a channel.
On screen.
The most emotionless guy I've ever seen.
You don't have to do this. We found a way to save Nadell.
This is the only way I can really set her free, and I owe her that.
Oh, damn.
This is one warrior who refuses to be pitied.
What's he talking about?
My obituary. Do me a favor and see that it's sent to the Daystrom Institute for publication, huh?
Daystrom.
You'll never see anything like this again. Let there be light!
Why are you still here?
I mean, she wasn't on that ship, I hope. Yeah, no.
No, he was in a shuttle.
I'm happy to report Nadell has made a
Whoa!
Oh, look at those guys.
She has no memory.
Well, he's dead, so now he can be with her.
But I don't want to be tied down to someone for life. I have way too much game to give out.
I wish that I could remember Fenna, how she felt, but I can't. I'm sorry.
I can remember for both of us.
Tell me one thing.
If I can.
What was she like?
Fenna, she was just like you.
Okay, I'll see you later then. Nice meeting you.
Not even a handshake. Not even a conclusion of the conversation.
I hate to see her go, but I love watching her leave. Oh, a little tearing up there.
Oh, jeez.
Not really earned at all, but appreciate it. Oh. We just watched Second Sight. It's episode 9 of season 2 of Deep Space Nine. And we're going to talk about it. But first, our whiteboard reactions. You want to go first or second?
Yeah, I'll go first. Well, fell in love with someone fake? Same. Anyway, I do not care for this episode.
You fell in love with someone fake?
Oh, yeah. I'll get into that later.
All right.
I was talking more about a person being fake. Go on.
Oh, like a fake eye. Okay. I felt this episode was completely lifeless. Also, I have like horrible handwriting. Look how good I wrote this.
That looks really good.
This is like the nicest my handwriting has ever been.
That really goes to show to you how you feel about this episode. You couldn't let it look bad at all. It just came out completely perfect because that's better than anything I wrote. That should be the tagline for this episode.
I'm low-key kind of worried like I was possessed or something. I don't believe that I wrote this just now. This is kind of scary.
Maybe that's not you sitting there.
I have way more interest in talking about this than the episode.
Yeah. Has there been occurrences of people's handwriting changing? Or we watched Total Recall, and remember there's that great scene where he gets the notes, and it's from himself, and he double checks with his own handwriting. but it's two different personas doing that. So I've always wondered if you were to completely rewire your brain, let's say you lost your memory, and you woke up as someone else, how much of that motor function transfers over to your new personality?
That's a good question.
Can we keep talking about that? Can we do a second? Can we do a full discussion on Total Recall? Do we have to talk about this one?
Yeah. Do you think this episode's an E?
No, because Jake was in it. I gotta say, this had the most. This had a very promising start, and I thought it was going to go a lot deeper than it did. With mentioning that it's the 4-year anniversary of the Wolf 319,
359.
Wolf 359, being attacked, and then that good scene with Jake and Cisco. Yeah, Jake and Benjamin Cisco, and then that wonderful shot walking down the aisle of the promenade. And then a good friend has showed up again. Well, should I say many good friends. It took the form of a wall of writers. And just went, oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what happened with this one. You say lifeless. I'll let you take the reins and go into deeper on that. But erased from canon? No, just put it in the corner.
Yeah, for me, I mean, instinctually, yeah, I think D, just because I didn't care about anything in this episode. But the reason I would even contemplate maybe putting in an E once we get to the tier list later is because there is a number of things here that, I would have interest in that the episode completely either wastes or does poorly. And the number one thing is starting off the episode pretty strong with bringing up the Wolf 359 and the 4-year anniversary of Jennifer's passing his wife, and Jake coming out and their nice scene together, and we're all in on that type of stuff. And like if the entire episode, you're like, yeah, you could have a plot in there of whatever's going on. You could even keep the same plot with this guy or whatever. But if it was focused on that grief, or even him talking about dealing with the fact that no one really cares, because he brings up like, oh, the fact that the day just went by, because it's his wife, it's Jake's mother, but she's nothing to anybody else on that station. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things about death that's very was a lot about death that's hard to deal with. But one of the things that's hard to deal with is when someone dies that's close to you and means something to you, that doesn't mean that they mean something to everybody. And like a lot of people, they'll give you their condolences and things like that, but at the end of the day, they don't really care if they don't know that person. Mm-hmm. And you just have to deal with that. And those types of themes would have been great to see, but instead we just get this random romance story. And also, I like romance stories in Star Trek. This Side of Paradise, Lessons, are my favorite episodes of those respective shows. And that was not this. It was really bland. I will at least say that I could see some chemistry there between, Avery Brooks and the woman. However, I think this was probably Avery Brooks' worst performance so far in the series. Like, just weird. The way he's trying to act like he's infatuated with this woman when he's talking to other people, he just comes off unnatural. I didn't really care for any of that. So it kind of fails in both ways, with the grief aspect and the romance aspect.
Yeah, it was a bit strong in his direction to act super. Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. A little bit too much, in my opinion. Scale it back a bit. You just met this woman, and I think the love stories worked in the other episodes, This Side of Paradise, Lessons, I'm sure there's other ones, City on the Edge of Forever, because I think we learn a little bit more about the character that they're falling in love with. We know nothing about this woman, because you know why? Oh, tell me about you. I gotta go. Yeah, so I bought nothing there. Mm-hmm. Him risen her up, interesting to see, but everything else with that performance, with his performance, just not for it. The actress was fine. And I get the dude is supposed to be an insufferable prick, and I get that was the point of why he was written. But it got a bit much after a bit. And, of course, he makes a big sacrifice to save his wife from being with him. I don't know, everything was just...
The only thing I appreciated about that guy is that he was self-aware of how egotistical and annoying he was. I mean, in his first scene, he talks about how he's an egomaniac, and then later on, he talks about how all of his wives leave him because they spend time with him and hate him. Very aware that he's not a fun person to be around. So I can at least appreciate that. But yeah, when you give someone that much screen time and that's the point of their character, like, you still have to spend the time with that character you don't like. Like how Kira jokes about, you think you'll notice if we're gone? Like, none of them wanted to spend time with him. So why would I, as the audience member, want to? So it's like I can appreciate the self-awareness, but that doesn't necessarily just excuse it or make it good.
And it doesn't really change my feelings on him at the end because, okay, he's going to be terrible the entire episode. And then he has that switch, and he saved because that's Halanan's marry for life, and that's the loophole. But it's also just in with his character. He just does it for himself. Oh, this will be the greatest scientific discovery, and I'm going to kill myself while doing it. And I'm doing a noble act. So, but
it was also another miss there of, you think of something like Doomsday Machine of Decker sacrificing himself to try to take out the Doomsday Machine in TOS, and, that really hits. And then here, the idea of this great person who's done all this and there's nothing left to do, their last act is to sacrifice themselves to relight a star. That's a really cool idea in theory, and then it just, because it's in this episode and everything's so flat and lifeless, I didn't care at all. It was kind of low-key humorous and funny to see his shuttle just blow up into the star,
Yeah, I think a better sacrifice for him is that if he gave up this big scientific discovery that he was trying to do for all these years, for however long it take, to save his wife. I don't know how that would be written or whatever, but if he somehow gave up the discovery and being another accolade for him that would have made him the greatest scientist of all time, if he gave that up to save his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would write that and make that work, but that would have worked a lot better. And I don't know where this Epsilon thing is. Maybe that was Epsilon 319. That's where I got the 319 from.
I think it was 119.
God damn it.
You just combine the two numbers.
That's what I do. I don't really want to get into science about how far this place is, how long it'll take for them to get there, but it seems that creating a fucking new star close to, I don't know, I'm assuming planets and life are around.
Yeah, true.
Is that going to cause some problems? Is that going to incinerate an entire planet or station nearby?
That's a good point.
I mean, not that it's important, but also got to bring up this. Changing the ship's ability to go up to warp 8.5. I went, really? I mean, it's just the ability, and I'm sure some fucking asshole is going to go, well, actually, the star date is before whatever happened in that TNG episode. I'm sure there's an excuse for it, but they didn't go up to that speed as far as I know, but it is funny to hear him say that the capabilities have been changed, or they're going to be changed to go up to 8.5.
And regardless if they're aware of each other or not, the fact that it's in release order the very next Star Trek episode, it's not TNG, but it's literally in air date order. That episode of TNG aired, and then this, where they bring up going faster. It's just like, come on. It's just like, come on. But maybe, I mean, I'm glad if that whole speed limit thing, like if that whole episode is completely forgotten about, then, good. So maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, we know sometimes that the people higher up do think that we're stupid, and they might just sweep it under the rug. Never happened, and we'll just, next episode's on. They're at Warp 9. That's great. Well, now we're going to read our patron takes. That's right, over on patreon.com/targetaudience. For every single episode of Star Trek that we watch, our patrons comment their opinion on it and their take on it, and if you're lucky enough, we will read it out loud here, right now. So sign up today, patreon.com/targetaudience.
No one brings up, what even is this episode? And what is this? Scientists end themselves for Science Month? That's a good point, because the same thing happened in the TNG episode. Remember the woman does the thing to create the nebula and kills herself?
God, yeah.
So literally the same thing.
They must have wrote this episode right next to each other in the same room. They were looking over each other, like the Mr. Bean meme.
And they were both bad.
And then Josh T, you said you like relationship-focused episodes, right, guys? Not this time.
Not this time. Just another example of it's not about the actual thing, it's about the execution of it. Fedora the Explorer says, I love the scene at the beginning with Sisko and Jake, and Sisko unsure how to feel after forgetting the anniversary of his wife's death. It's compelling stuff. I think even if the episode itself is mess, Sisko is really human as a character, and this episode does good at making him relatable. I would disagree after the opening scene. I think the opening scene is good at that, and then once the episode starts, he just becomes, I don't know what, just infatuated with this woman, and I think he brings up his wife once again at some point in the episode, I think to Dax, but after that, it just completely changes. But I would agree for the opening scene, yeah.
Yeah, at least he waited until the day after the anniversary to become infatuated with this woman. And I mentioned that I did like that opening scene, but now after thinking about it, how it's literally, I mean, they say they bring stuff up earlier that could be interpreted to what the episode's going to be about later, but now it's just way too on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, way too on the nose with, the whole dream walking thing. And too obvious. Yeah, Sixto. Dang, Cisco, but in the anniversary of her death? Come on, man.
Yeah. BN13, worst of the season for me. Nothing happens in this episode. The terraformer scientist feels like a cartoon, and the science is equally cartoonish. I know you guys aren't into the science, but Mount Everest-sized waterfalls and reigniting a planet like Dead Star are laughably ridiculous. Well, that's good to know. Also, terraforming from Wrath of Khan, right? That's when we first brought it up, and then they brought it up in the TNG episode Home Soil, if you remember that one. So that's still a thing, I guess. But yeah, good to know that even the science isn't good.
Yeah. I like, every now and then we'll read a detractor. I guess I can count this one as a detractor from Joe Mama 47. Fennis hot, and I like the egotistical scientist. Solid C. All right.
Do you, Joe?
Do you? Oh, shit. Keith S. Richard Kiley can really chew the scenery with his acting style. By the way, he played the German war criminal in that Night Gallery skit, Escape Route.
Wow.
What are the fucking odds? We just watched that.
I didn't catch that at all either.
I mean, completely different performance.
And this was decades later, so
yeah.
Looks much different, obviously, but good for him.
Ken R. Dull as dirt. Season 2 started off with such promise, and then there's this bombardment of bad.
For us, it's just been this one episode, so I hope that it stays that way, but
there's always one.
You never know.
There's always one.
Tin Man says, a slow-paced, sappy love story for one of our main characters, a private moment somewhere on the ship, a downer ending with the main character single once again. On a scale from A to J, an S is almost guaranteed. Not this time.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
It's a total fabrication. All right, Luton Arsbar. This season started off so well. Why are we recycling garbage that feels like it was left on the TNG cutting room floor? Why is it so hard for the writers to commit to the bit? Because every now and then, when there's more than one person in a room, specifically about 3 to 4, there's just a high chance that's going to be shit. Now, I know there's detractors to that. There's detractors to everything. But for the most part, they haven't learned yet.
Yeah, Ian Myers, hot garbage. I agree.
Yeah.